Today we have a video from Watch Cop Cam, and the title of the video is Woman Pulls After She Doesn't Get Her Paycheck. Crashed out.
She's giving me these problems because her husband is coming on to me when she's not here. She's been gone for 3 weeks. He's been coming on to me for all 3 weeks, and now she's fucking mad at me because he poured a fucking drink in a cup last week, and I tasted it. Now she's mad at me not trying to pay me. That's not how we're gonna do it.
Because of a drink or what?
Of a drink.
Did she think you guys are doing something?
She thought something was going on with me and him. Okay. And literally before I came, he was doing that shit with somebody else. I'm not like that at all. I don't want shit to do with nobody that ain't got no teeth.
On July 10th, 2025, officers responded to a call center after a woman had pulled a gun at employees.
Chicago units, it's a female saying like the female's pointing a gun at Tesco.
32 is the caller outside of the building.
Caller's in the building with her. Like they're in an office and they're both in there.
10-4. She's still pointing the gun at her?
But it's in her hand.
32, I'll be arriving.
32, 10-4.
Regardless of the reason, they gonna be on hots, boy. Get her together.
We're trying to get them to separate, but she's saying the female with the gun is chasing her.
Oh yeah. She better act accordingly. That thing is racked, boy. Woo!
You're making verbal threats to shoot an employee in the head. Anyone responding? This is more of an HR situation. We probably need to get in there.
32, can you have the complainant come to the door?
First officer on the scene by himself. Just imagine what's going on in his mind.
He's coming to the door now.
Come out. Who else is inside? Okay, come over here. 32, I'm outside with the one employee now. The other employee with the gun is still inside. Come out here. I understand. You're about 32. Are you able to call inside at all? Hey! Hey! Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Put your hands up, sir! Get back! Get back over there!
He's gonna try to shoot me.
No, I didn't want to call. I don't care.
32, I'm inside. Guns on the floor. Stay right here. Get outside now.
I'm asking you to leave.
Okay, calm down.
Yes, they haven't paid me for 3 weeks, sir.
Calm down.
Yeah, so now let's flip it around. Take it. I don't care. I really didn't come for fucking problems. I'm not even like that. The fuck I want my check.
Stay over here. Stay over here.
One of my check. That's it. That's it.
He's been on the floor.
They've been paid for 3 weeks. I'm out of professional. This whole time.
It's about 32. I made the gun.
Yeah. No, I'm not tripping. I still care. I'm not tripping about none of that shit. He charged and no, not going for it. Charged that.
Just have a lot of yelling. The guns been made safe.
You're not gonna lie. You're not gonna lie. Right. Cut it out. Cut it out.
What's going on? Can you stop yelling and tell me what's going on?
I've been working here for months. Okay. My check has bounced for the past 3 fucking weeks. I'm in the midst of moving. My daughter's birthday is next week. Okay. I come today. She's like, "Oh, are you at the office? Can I actually grab my cell phone so I can show you?"
In a minute. Just explain it to me, okay?
I swear to God. She's like, "Oh, talk to Dean about your checks. I haven't been paid in 3 weeks. What the fuck do you mean? Talk to Dean." And then I talk to Dean. He's like, "Oh, well, we don't have no money." Well, what the fuck do you mean you don't have no money when you just paid the workers outside? Okay. I've been working for 3 weeks. All 3 weeks.
Hold on, sir. I'll be with you in a minute.
How have they been paid and I haven't? And I've been in this bitch every day. Then she calls me, "Who authorized you to get the key?" What the fuck do you mean? Your husband. She's giving me these problems because her fucking husband is coming on to me when she's not here. She's been gone for 3 weeks. He's been coming on to me for all 3 weeks, and now she's fucking mad at me because he poured a fucking drink in a fucking cup last week, and I tasted it. Now she's mad at me not trying to pay me. That's not how we're gonna do it.
Because of a drink or what?
Of a drink.
Did she think you guys are doing something?
She
or
thought
is that...
something was going on with me and him, and literally before I came, he was doing that shit with somebody else. I'm not like that at all. I don't want shit to do with nobody that ain't got no teeth. Fuck is we talking about at all? At all. Share this shit. Make sure y'all stay. Make sure y'all let the ass know my daddy. Not playing. Not playing. Then white people charged at me, and I told them I'm not fucking around. I just want my checks. That's it.
Is she on Facebook Live or something? Like, why has she got the phone propped up like this is like, yeah, just film committing your crimes. Like, I don't get it, man. Just film committing your crimes. Like, come on, man. People are desperate to go viral or to go like whatever, man. Like, it's just insane. Because regardless of the reason of why they're not paying you or whatever, that is a civil matter. But you going to jail for what you did today. Though. That's a fact. You going to jail for what you did today. Man, in all reality, I believe her story. It makes sense. To me, it makes sense. I believe the lady's story. But because you haven't been paid doesn't mean you can go and, start waving your concealed carry around. Concealed. Okay? It's supposed to be concealed. No one should know you have it. By the time someone know you have it, it's too late. It's hasta luego. You already on the next life. You're knocking on them gates. Hey, did I do enough on earth to make it up in here, man? Am I good to go or what? Yeah, by the time you find out they even got a concealed weapon, your ass is already up out of here, man. People shouldn't even know that you got it. But you faking the funk, threats, waving it around like it's a toy. It's a serious matter, man. Weapons, gun, it's a serious matter. By the time you know somebody got it, your ass is already on the way up through there, man. You already on the way to go see Nipsey, Kobe, and my boy Black Panther, man. You already on the way to go see them, man. You're already on the way to go see Chad, man. Chad gotta go talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Chad right there, or right there. He already putting his hand on your shoulder, man. Giving you some words of encouragement, man. Hopefully you get up in here, man. Filming your crime, waving your thing. You can't have a weapon. You can't handle the responsibility of having a weapon. That is, man. But I believe her story though. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't hear the other people's side of it, but it sounds about right. The wife, she dipping and dabbing or whatever. She hasn't been at work for a little while. The guy, the husband, he has a reputation of coming on to, his female staff or whatever the case may be. That makes sense, and they may be cool, you know what I mean? But as a woman, she don't want her man and interacting with, so I could see there being animosity. I could see it making sense, but that don't give them the right to not pay her though. And that's why sometimes it's better to go with like and I know times is tough right now. Jobs, you gotta get a job where you can get one, but it might be better to go with a bigger company than to go with like a smaller company where you might have issues like that. I remember growing up, my dad used to work at this what's that joint? Like one of them nursing home spots. My dad used to work at one of them nursing home spots. And it was a slum. It was the slums. Like, it was not like a reputable like nursing home. Like, first of all, if you got to put your peoples in a nursing home, man, don't do it. Try not to do it, man. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, yeah, like checks would be bouncing, or they wouldn't be getting paid. The payments would be like delayed a week, and all types of stuff, because the owners and stuff like that, they flipping the bread, they doing this and do that. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul type stuff, and they couldn't keep up with the finances. So they couldn't even, they would have to go to work for like a week or two without being paid. Like the checks would be delayed, or they would go try to put their check and it would bounce. But you don't hear issues like that at, you know, the bigger stores, you know, I don't know, Walmart, Wendy's, McDonald's, you know, a bigger corporation, you know. But these little small spots and stuff like that, maybe you working at maybe you a mechanic and you working at a, you know, the local garage. Instead of going with Mavis or Kohl's or something like that, or Firestone, you working at the local spot, you know, Joe Blow's auto mechanics, you know, and his finances probably all messed up and he can't be paying his workers and you gonna have issues. And anyway, that's my little rant. Let's go back to it.
His wife charged me, talk about, you need to get the, what do you mean you're crazy? Get back.
Okay.
That was the first thing I said.
Did you point the gun at them? What's going on?
Anytime they charge at me, it's going up. Get back. I'm telling you, move, stop. I don't want to do this. And on my dad, I got all that shit on life. He's charging at me, trying to throw a chair at me, trying to kick me. And the motherfucking mechanic was doing the same thing. I ain't playing. I know my rights. Okay. I'm a little ass lady. I know how to protect myself.
What's your first name?
Imani.
Is it I-M?
A-N-I.
Okay. Your middle initial?
M.
Your last name?
Nixon, N-I-C-K-S-O-N.
32 status check.
32, I'm good.
Y'all share my shit, make sure it go viral. This is at Evans and Son Blacktop in West Chicago.
Dude, everything's good, guys.
Everything's good, baby. Look it. They came in ready for whatever. Everything's good. Everything is good.
If we can talk to him, and then there's 2 people outside, get their story, find out what's going on with them.
I'm not fucking around though. I don't fuck around about my money. I've been working hard for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And the whole motherfucking register.
I said I made the gun safe over the radio.
Oh, we didn't hear it.
Go
The gun is safe. I gave him that shit as soon as he walked in. I don't have to point it at him. The only reason I pulled it out because I thought he was gonna hit me.
Where did you have it? In your waistband? Or
In my purse.
In your purse?
Literally in my purse. So you know I have to dig into the bottom of my purse. Tell him, get back. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Get back.
Was he threatening you?
Yes.
Or what was he saying? What was his threat?
Get the fuck out or I'm gonna. What are you gonna do? I'm like, don't walk over to me and touch me. Don't come over here and touch me. He's like, you need to get the fuck. Like, come on now. Come on now. But they charged at me, him and his wife, and the mechanic. I got it all on video, and if y'all want to see it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have to take a look at that.
Yeah, Mom. They came trying to press me. And his wife thought she was gonna press me, and she was pregnant. So I'm gonna walk to the mom, like he's gonna hit me.
We'll make the location. I got a pregnancy.
Went right in my purse. I'm not
We'll get checked out.
You know what I did to what I always do, went right in my purse. So you've done this multiple times. Listen, it should be concealed, right? She got it in her purse, whatever, or if you got it in your waistband, but you pulling it out because y'all arguing, no. If, you know, somebody else got the ups on you or whatever, the only time you pull it out, you better be ready to use it.
Oh, she pointed a gun at me. I did. Because you charged me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just pay me. I haven't been paid in 3 weeks. That's $2,400 right there. 3 weeks.
In my car. That's fine.
3 weeks.
From what I got from her, she went into her purse and grabbed.
Yeah, 'cause she felt threatened by them, is what she's saying. But I said, well, what was the threat? And
that's the thing. I couldn't get the threat from her.
She kept saying, oh, he told me to get out of here or else, or this or that, and like, kept approaching me. And I'm like, well,
no.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it. I mean, that doesn't heighten it to a potentially. Yeah. She could have just fucking left.
Right.
Because he said that she pulled out a pistol, pointed it at the wife's belly first. He stepped in and points it at him right at his head from the video.
She pointed at the wife's chest. He said, I will kill you. I'll just, I guess, hook her and bring her.
Yeah,
and we'll have to have them all come in too.
Yeah.
That sounds believable too.
Statements. I mean, we got them on body cam, but we'll have to just do an official sit down, whatever. But you, when you downloaded it, was there one in?
I don't think there was. I'll have to.
In the chamber?
I don't think there was. I think it was empty. I'll have to double check.
The mag had rounds.
The mag has rounds in it, but I don't think there was one in the chamber.
Okay.
Pink phone?
It is. Oh, look, in my
See, that sounds believable too. She pointed it at her chest or whatever and all that. You know, somewhere in the middle is the truth. You know, her story sounds believable. She gives a little bit more detail. Their side of the story, they're just showing they're talking about the actual act, but they're not talking about how they haven't paid her or they were charging at her or whatever. Like, you know, we didn't really hear all of that. But both sides sound believable, and somewhere in the middle is the actual truth.
Dad has been on the phone this whole time. Hold on, Dad. No, don't call me. But anyway, my dad has been on the phone this whole time. Dad, what just happened? Hold on, Daddy. Here go the video right here.
I've been on the phone the whole time.
Literally the whole time.
Let's go live. This is the second time he called me.
Yeah, she's showing video if you want to watch it.
What? You recording this?
That's my live. That's literally me.
Okay.
And I'm setting it up. Just watch. It's like 30 minutes. I'm setting it up.
There's the guy in the back of that that's talking.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, but I didn't know if you wanted to see the rest of this too.
She's on the phone with her dad.
The whole time.
His voice is on the
Yes.
His voice on the phone, but this is video.
Okay.
Two different things.
Yeah, but does that justify putting a deadly weapon out though? Yeah.
Hold on. Dad. They arrested me. For what?
For what? For pulling a deadly weapon out on somebody? What do you mean for what? What kind of...
Aggravated assault. All right.
Are you able to come to the police department to provide a better statement?
Do you think the boss's wife held her paycheck out of jealousy? Drop your opinions in the comments below.
Yes, I do. You know, that's why sometimes small businesses get a bad rap. You know, but yeah, man. Both sides is wrong, I think. You know, I think both sides is wrong, you know, because none of this would have happened if they wasn't holding her check for 3 weeks. Imagine going to work for 3 weeks, man, and not being paid. Like, come on, be on, like, you would flip. Now, does that justify going there, waving your concealed carry? No, that don't justify that. You know, that's why you going to jail. You know, that's why you can't do that. Like I said, if you got one or whatever the case may be, by the time that person even find out you got it, you already up there knocking on them gates, man. Hoping God Almighty will let you in, man, or whoever you believe in, you know. You know, that's it. You already on the way. Your soul is already lifted. You out of here, gone. You know, that is you pull that out when you feel like your life is threatened. Like you're like, come on, man. Y'all arguing and stuff like your life wasn't in jeopardy like that. You know, it just no, it don't work. That's why you got them charges, man. Anyway, yeah, so that's it, man. The ShyGotEm Correctional Facility is now open, where we specialize in act right and getting them together. If you want to become an officer, check out the YouTube membership. If you want to be a sergeant or above, check out the Patreon. Your support helps the channel keep going, and I hope to see you in lineup.